Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good evening to Dr. Sohana. I am Faqihah NABIHAH binti JUMA'IN. Today I would like to present the trend analysis chart for the Malaysian House Price Index NPHI from the year 2020 to 2024. I obtained my data set from the official National Real Estate Information Center data portal jpph.gov.my. Today I will be divided into the Malaysian housing market, looking at key trends in house prices and year-on-year growth across different property types and states. I will be using data up to 2024 to understand the current landscape and future outlook. All house index and price 2020 to 2024. A line graph showing yield on the x-axis and all house index point and all house price on the y-axis. Okay. In 2020, the average house price was around RM432,000. By 2024, this is projected to reach approximately RM419,000. This indicates a steady appreciation in property values across the country over the past few years and into the near future. Next, a bar chart showing state on the x-axis and all house price on the y-axis. Bars should be ordered from highest to lowest or lowest to highest for better readability. Now, let's break down the all house price by state for 2024. This chart highlights the significant variations in housing costs across Malaysia. Unsurprisingly, Kuala Lumpur stands out with the highest average house price, exceeding RM810,000. This is followed by Selangor, Sarawak, and Sabah. All these average prices above RM500,000. States like Melaka, Perlis, and Kelantan have the lowest average house prices, typically below RM217,000. The national average represented here as Malaysia is around RM419,000. This comparison clearly shows the disparity between urban economic centers and other regions. Next, a grouped bar chart for each state. There are bars representing detached price, high-rise price, semi-detached price, and terrace price. Due to the wide range, you might need to focus on a few key states or show the Malaysian average clearly. For simplicity in description, let's focus on the Malaysia average and one high or low example. So moving on the different property types, this chart illustrates the average prices for detached, high-rise, semi-detached, and terraced houses across various states in 2024. Looking at the Malaysian average, semi-detached properties command the highest price at over RM700 46,000 ringgit, closely followed by detached houses at over 662,000 ringgit. Terrace houses are around 471,000 ringgit, and high-rise units are the most affordable at approximately 382,000 ringgit. There are significant regional differences. For instance, in Kuala Lumpur, detached and semi-detached properties can exceed 2.4 million ringgit, while high-rise units are around 572,000 ringgit. Conversely, in states like Kelantan, prices for all property types are considerably lower. It's also worth noting that some states show zero values for certain property types, indicating a negligible or non-existent market for those specific segments. Next, a line graph showing year on the x-axis and different colored lines for all house YOY percent, detached YOY percent, high-rise YOY percent, semi-detached YOY percent, and terrace YOY percent for Malaysia. Finally, let's examine the year-on-year growth rates for house prices at the national level. This chart helps me understand the momentum of price changes. Overall, the all-house year-on-year growth has been positive, stabilizing at a healthy 4% from 2022 to 2024 after being lower in 2020 and 2021. Looking at individual property types, terrace houses have shown consistent positive growth, particularly in recent years, reaching 5% in 2023 and 4% in 2024. Semi-detached properties are projected to have the highest growth in 2024 at 5%. Interestingly, detached house prices experienced negative growth in 2020, 2021, and 2022 but rebounded positively to 2% in 2023 and 3% in 2024. High-rise properties saw stagnant growth in 2020 and 2021 but picked up to 4% in 2022 and 2023 and are projected at 3% in 2024. This data suggests a broad recovery and stable growth across most property types in the Malaysian housing market. In summary, the Malaysian housing market is experiencing a period of consistent growth with overall house prices steadily increasing. While there are significant price disparities across states and property types, the positive year-on-year growth rates, especially in recent years, indicate a robust and improving market. Okay, that's how from the Excel I move to the Tableau. Okay. Next, analyzing average house prices in Malaysia. A state-by-state look in 2020 to 2024. This is maps visualize average house prices using a color scale where the intensity of the color indicates the average price. States are labeled directly on the map. Okay. So average house price range Before diving into specific years, let's understand the range of average house prices we are observing. Okay, so highlight the legend or color bar from any of the maps. The average house prices across the states in my data set range from approximately 200,840 ringgit to 810,502 ringgit. This broad range suggests significant variations in property markets across Malaysia. Okay, so let's begin. By examining the average house prices in 2020. Okay, observe the color distribution for states like Perlis, Pulau Pinang, Terengganu, Pahang, Negeri Sembilan, Johor, Sarawak, and Sabah. Identify states with higher average prices and those with lower average prices based on the color intensity. Perlis had an average house price of 200,840 ringgit. So moving to the 2021, we can start to see if any trends are emerging or if there are notable shifts in pricing. So compare the color saturation of states in 2021 to 2020. Are there noticeable changes? Are any states consistently showing higher or lower average prices? Again, identify states like Perlis, Pulau Pinang, Terengganu, Pahang, Negeri Sembilan, Johor, Sarawak, and Sabah within this year. How to the average prices in 2022 and 2023 compared to the earlier years for states like Perlis, Pulau Pinang, Terengganu, Pahang, Negeri Sembilan, Johor, Sarawak, and Sabah. Are there states that show a consistent increase or decrease in average house prices over this period? So, the table shows Perlis, Pulau Pinang, Terengganu, Pahang, Negeri Sembilan, Johor, Sarawak, and Sabah listed for this year also. So, what does the 2024 map tell us about the current average house prices across states like Perlis, Pulau Pinang, Terengganu, Pahang, Negeri Sembilan, Johor, Sarawak, and Sabah? Are there any states that stand out with particularly high or low average prices in this latest year? Specifically, the map tells us that the average house prices in 2024 still fall within the range of approximately 200,840 ringgit to 810,502 ringgit, similarly to the overall range we noted earlier. In conclusion, this analysis a foundation for understanding the Malaysian housing market. That's all from me. Thank you for your attention and Assalamualaikum.